it's Flo, and this is my impression of a tech-savvy royal family. Yes, ever since the palace became Wi-Fi enabled, it's become so easy to use the Name Your Price tool on Progressive.com. I do agree, my queen. Simply telling it what we want to spend and seeing all our policy options, I'll send a screenshot to Duke, the Duke of Kent. No, my friend Duke. We're in a group chat together. LOL.
It's easy to find insurance that fits your budget with the Name Your Price tool at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company. Price and coverage match limited by state law.
Blog Talk Radio.
We are the UR Tennis Network. Our mission is to be the voice of tennis. We enlist a team of passionate enthusiasts to promote our sport. We strive to bring interesting perspectives on the many spins of tennis. Our goal is to provide the learners of our sport with current news and information from many angles. We seek active participation from communities interested in tennis, but tennis is not interested in them. We are expanding our outreach. Tennis is a true lifetime sport that needs to be talked about, and the UR Tennis Network pledges to pursue this idea relentlessly.
Welcome to the Parenting Aces radio show on Blog Talk Radio's UR Tennis Network. I'm your host, Lisa Stone, coming at you live from the Asics Easter Bowl on this beautiful day at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden. I'm so lucky because I'm getting to sit here and watch top seed Taylor Fritz in his first round match here. Taylor just flew in from China where he was competing in a team event and got in, made the quick transition, and is out here playing his first round. Down love too early on, but I suspect we'll see this guy get in his groove quickly as this match goes on. He's playing a young man named Caleb Chakravarthi, and Caleb's serving right now up 2-love, but down 15-40 in his serve game. You can follow along today on EasterBowl.com if you'd like to see streaming of the match while the radio show is airing, and we'll be streaming all week here from the Asics Easter Bowl. Taylor does get that break back, and we're back on serve 1-2. Taylor Fritz will be serving after the break. For those of you listening in, I hope that if you've been out at the Easter Bowl this week that you've gotten to see some good tennis. I certainly have. I meet some incredible people, some of them Parenting Aces readers, others just new folks that I've had the opportunity to meet, and it's kind of bizarre being out here without my kid here. My son is a 96, aged out of the ITF events and can't play. Lucky for him, he's on his senior trip for high school and having a great time, I'm sure. And it'll be fun to get back home and compare notes on our respective trips. But for now, I'm sitting courtside watching Taylor Fritz, getting to commentate on the match. And if you'd like to follow along with the video, the live stream, it's at EasterBowl.com. I'm hoping to bring you some live interviews during today's show, and I'm waiting for a few different people to come on, and we're hoping to get Tournament Director Lorne Kuehl out here at some point. But for now, you can hear me just do live commentary on the match. Taylor Fritz is serving and missed the ball after the return. He's down love 15, but they're on serve in the first set. Of course, Taylor follows it up with a giant serve to level at 15-all. These guys are playing some monster tennis so far. I think the conditions are perfect for Taylor Fritz. He's a big serving, big hitting young man, and this dry air, the ball just flies through it. He's on his home court, so he's happy. He's from the Southern California area. He's used to this desert dryness and enjoying the sunshine, I'm sure. There's a nice crowd out here watching these guys, too. Taylor is the 1 seed, a local Southern California boy. So a lot of the folks that are out at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden have stopped by practice court 2. Of course, it helps that we're we've got shaded seating here, so it's a nice respite from the heat out here in the desert. But I love seeing everyone here cheering on the local guy. And, of course, the pressure's all on Taylor out here coming in as the 1 seed. It's a lot to deal with for young players, and especially someone like Taylor who has been playing a lot of professional events. He's having a lot of success out on the Pro Tour, and so coming back and playing juniors, it's a lot of pressure on him. So I'm hoping we'll have an opportunity to interview him after the match, and if we're not still on the air at that point, you can follow along at easterbowl.com. A massive serve from Taylor hits the net. He's serving up 40-15. The 80-mile-an-hour second serve from Fritz gives Chakravarti a chance for a strong return and draws the error from Fritz, 40-30. Chakravarti misses a forehand long. Fritz holds, and we're level at 2 in the first set of this first-round match at the Asics Easter Bowl. I'm watching top seed Taylor Fritz take on Caleb Chakravarti. These boys are hitting the ball really solidly so far. I think they're both trying to find their footing a little bit, maybe a little first-round jitters coming out, but they seem to be settling in. For those of you listening to the radio broadcast, I apologize for the silence in between these points, but I am trying to commentate the match for easterbowl.com as well. So bear with me, and hopefully we'll be getting you some interviews during the match and during this next hour or so that we're broadcasting live on the air. Chakravarti just got the ball he wanted, that short ball that he ran around, tried to hit an inside-out forehand, missed it in the net. He's in a hole this game, love 30 after getting the early break. Fritz broke back, leveled the match at 2-all, and now looks to be on track to break a second time. One of the cool things about being here is getting to see a lot of the top name players that I've been following for the past few years since my son's been playing. And, I've gotten to chat with several of the boys and girls, chat with their parents, with their coaches. And it's fun to watch these kids as they move through these various stages of their junior tennis careers. And, to hear about what their plans are as they move forward. I have to give a little plug really quickly. My son was profiled on tennisrecruiting.net today, and I'm pretty proud of him, and I think he did a really nice job in his interview. So if you have a few minutes, check it out and let me know what you think. I won't be taking any callers today for obvious reasons. I'm sitting courtside, and I don't think the players would appreciate too much having conversation come in back and forth as close as we are to them. But I do hope you're enjoying listening to the commentary on the match between Taylor Fritz, the top seed here at the Asics Easter Bowl. It's his first round, and he's battling out there after just returning from China. The crowd's appreciating Fritz's efforts out there. This event is different from any other junior tournament I've ever attended. It's amazing what's going on. We've got constant live streaming on Practice Court 2. We're at the Indian Wells Tennis Garden, which is where the BNP Paribas Open is played. The kids are getting to play and practice on the same courts that the pros were playing on just 2 weeks ago. They're getting to eat breakfast and lunch in the player dining area where the pros were during the BNP, and there was a great player party last night. And one of the dads who was here with his son actually played saxophone, so we had live musical accompaniment last night. It was really fun. The player party was catered, and I think the Old Spaghetti Factory was the name of the restaurant that catered. So we had some delicious pasta and salad, and it was a great opportunity for the parents to socialize, for the kids to socialize. There were all kinds of events set up on the grounds for the kids. There was a radar gun so they could serve and have their serve clocked. Asics provided prizes for them. There was paddle tennis going on the lawn that you've seen on TV a million times during the BNP Paribas Open. So there were kids out there playing paddle tennis. It was just really a cool evening, and one of those things that I'm hoping more tournaments start to do. Fritz just served a 128 serve. It missed, but still 128. Holy moly. The boy he's tall. He's got a lot working for him out here. He's up 3-2 and serving at 15 love. Fritz sails a forehand wide, and we're at 15 all in this sixth game of the first set. Fritz is up 3-2, up a break, after having gone down an early break at the beginning of the match. He seems to have found his legs, found his timing, found the lines of the court. He's doing great. That kicker out wide just missed. Second serve. And Fritz nets a backhand to get in a little hole here, 15-30. So I'm looking in the stands. I just saw my buddy Carl Rosenstock walked in. He's here videotaping this week. Ross Greenstein from Scholarship for Athletes just walked in. There are a lot of people here watching this match, very interested to see how the top seed does in this first round at the Asics Easter Bowl. He's in a bit of trouble in this game, down 15-40, but that big serve of his has gotten him out of trouble before, so I suspect he'll use it to his advantage again. So my buddy, photographer, videographer Carl Rosenstock just sat down next to me, and Carl, what's up today?
Well, I was over at Monterey Country Club filming the 416s for Ed. And beautiful club, great tennis director over there. Watched Andy Scortiano working some kids out over there. But watching the 16s and seeing the lay of the land. Now I'm over here.
And are you going to be filming today?
A friend of mine asked that if I could get some of Taylor Fritz. So actually, pretty soon I'll be getting my camera out and lensing him.
Awesome. You do this incredible super slow-mo video work, and I love it when you post stuff on Facebook. Luckily, you've filmed my kids, so I've gotten to see him in slow-mo too. What got you interested in shooting these kids?
Oh, well, my dad was an aerospace engineer, and when I was a kid, they used to have a yearly family day, and they had the super high-speed film of the rocket launching. So even way back then, when it was super expensive to use that kind of film, I got interested in high-speed photography. And in the meantime, I got a degree in TV production. I worked in TV. I was the volunteer video guy for Cal Berkeley in 1987 for Scott McCain when Steve DeVries was number one. I have him beating Rick Leach and Jeff Tarango on video. But I've always loved tennis. I've always loved video. And going way back to when I first got into tennis, I had a semi-western grip with a wooden racket. My coach, he couldn't believe it. He kept trying to make me have a continental grip. And I love McEnroe, but I couldn't hit it. It made no sense. So I always thought that there was something a little bit unusual about tennis and coaching, even way back when. And so I'm still sticking with it, trying to figure it out.
Well, keep doing what you're doing. I love seeing your video. Let me just update our listeners. Chuck Rivardi broke back. We're at 3-all in this first set, but Fritz is up 15-30 on Chuck Rivardi's serve here. The second serve, and I'm just watching this point to see if Fritz is able to get his break back, and now he misses wide. So we're at 30-all.
Big game. 3-all, 30-all. Oh, 3-all. 3-all deuce, yeah.
Yeah, it is a big game, and we've had a lot of breaks of serve so far in this first set, which for Fritz I think is very unusual. I don't think his serve gets broken all that much. It's a big one.
I've actually never had a chance to even see him play. So.
Well, good that you can be there, man.
Yeah. Well, I'll get a few clips, and we'll maybe post them up on the Easter Bowl site.
That would be fantastic, yeah. And we'll get a link up, too, so let us know.
All right.
Perfect, thanks.
Hey, thanks.
All right, have fun today. Bye. And so for the rest of you, we are still at 3-all in the first set. Chuck Rivardi is serving. He's got a game point to go up 4-3. Second serve here, and we'll see what happens. Chuck Rivardi misses long, and we're back at deuce. We're joined now with Zeke Clark, one of the players in the boys 18s. He's from Oklahoma. And have you played your first match yet, Zeke?
I have. I played yesterday and got the win, so far so good.
That's fantastic. And when do you play again?
Tomorrow. Not sure what time yet, but sometime tomorrow.
Okay. And are you playing doubles as well?
I am. I had doubles later today.
Okay, great. So do you know these boys out here?
I do. Both actually. Pretty good friends with both of them, so it's fun to see them. Fun to compete.
Give me a little bit on their games and how one's going to win this match.
Taylor, big hitter, big serve, big returns, big everything, big game, and Caleb's kind of the same way. I think they both kind of have similar games. So I think it's just going to be whoever can put together extremely good points. It's gonna pull out the win. So I don't know. We'll see.
Have you ever played either of them?
Yeah, actually, I played both of them, and both got the win over Caleb, but lost to Taylor. So both very good players. So.
And what year in school are you?
I'm a junior. Yeah.
Are you thinking about college?
I am actually. A few months ago, I've already verbally committed to play tennis at the University of Illinois. So.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Yeah. My son's graduating this year.
Very cool.
He'll be playing college.
Sweet.
So
Very cool.
Excited to
Yeah.
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 What are you looking to get out of your college? Have you thought about that yet?
Yeah, I'm. I'm really just going in, just going to develop my game as much as possible, and then we'll see where I am after. So definitely just looking to really develop my game and then see where that takes me. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you.
So give me an update on the match. We are still at 3-all. Caleb is serving. It's game point for him in this long 3-all game. It'll be interesting to see where we go from here. I love talking to the players that are here this week because they really seem to have their sights set on a goal. All of them, each of the kids that I've spoken with has a clear vision for what they're hoping to accomplish with their tennis, whether it's a top college career or whether it's turning pro. It's amazing to me how level-headed these kids are at such a young age, and they seem so purpose-driven, and it's really nice to see. I love watching the kids cheer on their buddies too, and even though they know they may meet each other later in the week, they're out here supporting their friends and really encouraging them to do their best out on the court. So it warms my mom's heart, my mother's heart to watch this. Chakravarti misses that ball long, and Taylor Fritz has another break point here in this 3-all game that seems to just be going on forever. Chakravarti's serving big. Fritz is returning big, and they're having some wonderful points out here. The stands are really filling up for this match as well, and I think that people in the area know Taylor Fritz's name. They're excited to have the opportunity to see him play. And it's nice to see so many people watching a top junior match. We're hoping to get you some more interviews during this hour, but for now you just get to hear me commentate on the match. You can watch the live stream of this match at easterbowl.com and see the match in person. It's pretty fun. Asics is the name sponsor of this tournament, and they've really done a great job in terms of having a big presence here. They are on site, wandering around, making sure that they reach as many of the players as possible. They've got signage around. They are, as I said, sponsored games during the player party last night with lots of cool prizes, T-shirts and socks and wristbands and all kinds of fun stuff for the kids. And it's amazing to have such a wonderful sponsor for a junior tournament. I hope other junior tournaments kind of look at the Easter Bowl as a blueprint for how they can do things better. The kids really love playing at this facility. I mean, who wouldn't? It's absolutely gorgeous. The setting is amazing. We are still in this 3-all game. Hard to believe, but we're back at deuce again. These kids are both battling so hard out there. I think they both feel the importance of this game, and it's going to be a tough letdown for whoever doesn't come through it. Just walking into the stands now is Steve Pratt, who's the media director for the Asics Easter Bowl. Steve, thanks for joining us here today.
Well, thank you for having me, Lisa. It's great to have you out at your first Easter Bowl, right?
Yeah, my first one. Well, Kind of, sort of. My son was an alternate in the 14s a long time ago, and we were out here for a family event. So we decided we would show up and see if he got in. He didn't, but we kind of got to see the vibe and experiences.
When we were out at Rancho Las Palmas, I think, in Rancho Mirage.
Yeah.
And so it's been a great week here so far, great start to our week. The tennis has been great. The weather's been great. The facility is absolutely fantastic. Just a great move by tournament chairman Lorne Kuehl to move the tournament here to the tennis garden. So it's just been really well received, and the comments have been nothing but spectacular from the fans, the players, the coaches. Everybody just really loves this environment and loves everything about this year's Easter Bowl.
You're doing a lot of social media this week and really trying to promote these players. Talk about how people can find out information about the tournament.
Yes, of course. So we have our Twitter account at Easter Bowl. Actually, it's at Asics Easter Bowl for the Twitter, and as well as find us on Facebook. We're in the process of developing a mobile app, which we're going to have ready in the next couple of weeks. But for this year, basically Twitter, Facebook, as well as Instagram, which we started. So hashtag us, Asics Easter Bowl, and find out all the news and information. We're going to have some great finals tomorrow in the singles for the 12s and 14s, as well as the finals in the 16s on Friday, and then following up with the finals in the ITF 18s on Sunday.
Fantastic. So as media director, what does your job entail? What are you up to all week?
Well, it's managing that social media, a lot of the content that appears there. At the end of each day, I kind of do a wrap-up press release that goes to kind of an extensive national and local media list, reporting all the scores to Zoo Tennis and to the other outlets. The story is posted on USTA.com. So the USTA national website looks to me to provide the coverage and the content for their website. Just coordinate the media that comes out here. We have the Palm Springs, the Desert Sun, the local paper, covered the tournament very well for us the last couple of years. They were out here yesterday, as well as the local TV stations that come. So kind of just help coordinate, help get some interviews for the new live stream that we have through easterbowl.com. And so we're just really, really fortunate to be out here and having a great week.
Talk about how unique it is to have this live stream with the commentary for this event. I mean, most of us that go to these junior tournaments all over the place, unless we're there, we don't get the opportunity to see our children play. So this is really a nice perk.
Really nice perk, and for years we had this special hour-long documentary that appeared, on a lot of different channels, and it appeared on the tennis channel. But this year, Lorne's kind of vision was to stream the matches live, and we have a great company, Tempus, that we're working with, and Steve Knudsen from Minnesota. He brings his crew out here, and as you can see, just watching the live stream, it's a professional, looking live stream. I know a lot of tournaments are trying to do it now, but it is great for the fans, for the players, for people to kind of get to see the top, players in the nation, both boys and girls. That's very unique about the Easter Bowl, is that we have both of them. We're not just the boys, 16s or 18s like the Zoo Nats. We have both of them here, so we're very fortunate to have a good mix, and we're looking forward to having people keep tuning in and watching us all week.
Fantastic, and I'm enjoying doing the commentary. It's been so much fun. I get the best seat in the house, and I've gotten to interview a lot of the kids. So far, I'm hearing nothing but good stuff from the kids. They absolutely love playing here, and I know that Lorne's working really hard to keep making this tournament better and better. Can you share with us anything you've heard about what's coming in future years?
Well, like I did mention, the mobile app that we're doing. We're going to be redesigning our website over the summer. So Lorne's thing is always pushing it. This event was started in 1968 by Sina Hamilton in New York City, and it's 48 years old. So in 2 years from now, we're going to be celebrating our 50th, and there's been talk about having a big alumni party or dinner or gathering to celebrate 50 years of junior tennis. And Sina marketed and promoted the Easter Bowl like nobody ever has before. She was really a marketing genius, bringing sponsors in when it was at the old Doral in Florida. It moved around. It was in Arizona. It came to Palm Springs. It was played at the Riviera when Donald Young was winning his titles as a 15-year-old, moved over to Rancho Las Palmas. And now we feel like we found a permanent home here in Indian Wells. So that's what we're really, really excited about. Lorne's vision is to keep making it bigger and better. How can we market this like we think it is, the Super Bowl of junior tennis? I mean, we are the premier event, and I think the USTA also has that same feeling because they have decided to, have and honor their USTA player development with a coach's reception, honoring coaching legends, the guys that are really in the trenches. And last night we were able to experience that with the coach's reception.
That's great. I just want to update those who are listening only. Chakravarti did wind up holding during his last serve game and is up 4-3. We are on serve. Taylor Fritz has a game point, serving up 40-30 here. So now you're all up to speed if you're not watching along on EasterBowl.com, which you should be, right?
Yes, you should be really enjoying your podcast when you do it. Do the podcast. So you always have some great guests, and we're glad to be a part of your show this week. And hopefully you'll be coming back year after year to join us here.
That would be fun. I would love it. There's a lot worse places I could be in April.
Yes, so I know you without the kids or kids of the family, but you're kind of doing the solo trip out here in the desert. But we're just so grateful to have you, and thank you for all your time you put into the commentating so far on the live stream, and looking forward to more of it.
Thanks. Well, thanks for joining us, and I'm hoping we can get Lorne on during the hour.
I am going to grab Lorne, and I'm gonna bring him down here for you because we're meaning to get Lorne on to talk about the Easter Bowl. Like I said, with just some of that vision. I'd be interested to hear, kind of how he came about acquiring the Easter Bowl and all the things that he's done to bring it. He's always wanted to have a high-level tournament like this. He really enjoys talking with the kids, watching the kids play, and watching kind of the future generations. It's great to have a great tennis ambassador like Lorne Kuehl in charge of the Asics Easter Bowl.
Absolutely. Well, I will look forward to chatting with him if you can tear him away from his various obligations. I know he's so busy right now trying to keep this tournament running smoothly. So we are at 4-all now in this first set. Taylor Fritz held. Chakravarti is serving up 30-love. The boys are having an incredible point, and Caleb wound up sending a backhand wide. We're at 30-15, 4-all, first set at the Asics Easter Bowl. Fritz is fighting. He really wants to get back up a break. It's 30-all at 4-all in the first set. We've seen a couple little errors coming out from Caleb here. This is a big game right here, of course. This is definitely the match to watch today. I'm looking around, seeing who all is observing these guys. There are tons of players here watching. We've got Peter Smith, USC's head men's coach. We've got Steve Johnson, dad of Stevie Johnson. There's a big crowd around for sure. Fritz is getting a little frustrated now, but I'm sure he's going to level out here. Caleb has 40-30 on his serve game at 4-all in this first set. I know he'd like to get this hold and go to the bench up 5-4. A backhand error from Caleb, and we're back at deuce. I just spotted Ryan Bracolo from Asics. Asics is the title sponsor of the tournament, and we're going to let him come talk about what it means to sponsor an event like this. I'm going to turn you on there, Ryan. That didn't sound right.
Is there a wait?
Yeah.
Same time or wait?
Oh, you can come on. So Steve Johnson just walked up too. We're going to have a party here.
It is a party.
It is a party. Welcome, guys.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Brian, talk a little bit about why Asics chose to get involved with this event and what your involvement specifically is.
Well, this event, as you know, it's the most prestigious junior tournament in the U.S. All the top Americans come through here, and we're just we're happy to be a part of it. Lorne Cool, the tournament director, he couldn't ask for a better tournament director. He's as passionate as they come, and he loves the sport of tennis. He makes it an experience for the kids, and he really he's more about making it a world-class event for these juniors, making it feel like a pro event than he is, about bottom line. And he's all tournament directors should really look for him and what he's done. So we're just happy to be a part of it and happy to be supporting junior tennis in the U.S.
How many years has Asics sponsored the tournament?
This is our third year.
That's fantastic. And y'all, I was talking about this earlier, y'all have a really big presence here. I mean, in addition to all the signage around, you've been here every day. You're interacting with the kids, interacting with the coaches. You've got a goodie bag full of prizes. The kids all know to look for you, and you'll have something fun for them. We had the player party last night. You guys had like a Wheel of Fortune. You had the serve booths, and so talk a little bit about those types of things that Asics is doing to really promote the game and engage the kids off the tennis court.
Yeah, we're doing a lot off the court just to make it fun for the kids because they spend so much time on the court. So we've done a lot of activation on site. As you said, Lisa, we had a fast serve cage that we were sponsoring, and we had prizes. We had a prize wheel, so all kinds of prizes for the kids to win. And we want to make it fun. I mean, Lorne obviously puts the fun in this tournament, but just make it an experience for the kids. They spend so much time on the court, so we want them to enjoy it off the court as well.
That's fantastic. And Steve, maybe you can talk a little bit about Stevie's experiences here and what you're seeing as a dad, coming back solo without your kid like me, how the tournament's grown, how the experience has changed.
Just the site is amazing because when Stevie played, it was always at the Riviera, at the other end of the valley. So very different, very cool. And a lot of these kids probably were here a month ago and watched the pros play. And to be at the same place has got to be pretty special. We have great experiences from here. Stevie won some doubles balls here when he was a kid, and my parents had a place here, so we stayed at that house. And there's a tennis court out there, so we had a place to warm up every day. And he usually did well here, and it was close to home, so we have really fond memories of this place. And I echo Ryan's comments about Lorne. I met him last year and got to talk to him a few minutes ago. What a great guy, and does a great job.
And Asics has been a big supporter of Stevie, and
I'm here mainly because of this guy right here, Ryan. Ryan was the one who came to me when Stevie was in college and said we'd love to talk when the time is right, and it all worked out luckily, and we're all very excited, and I'm very happy, and it's great to be here and see his poster up at the at the Easter Bowl.
Yeah, that was kind of cool to walk in and
on
see
the
that.
website. It's a picture of him, and so as a father, I'm very, very excited and great to be here to help support because all they've done for me and my son.
That's really nice to hear.
We couldn't be more proud having Stevie as a big part of our team and being a part of his growth as a professional player. So he's a great tennis player, but even better, more so, he's a great person, and it comes from his parents. So we're very thankful for that. And by the way, to know he just won his first round match in Houston. So
yeah, a tough one.
Yeah, he did. So Ryan, can you talk a little bit about the difference between sponsoring junior players and sponsoring professionals, and how the company gets involved on both of those levels?
Yeah, well, it's we want to support juniors, and it's similar, but the junior players, a lot of these players, they look after the pros and they want to resemble the pros. We don't have a big team of juniors that we sponsor, but we service them and we treat them just like the pros in terms of the product they get. They're wearing the same product the pros are getting. They're wearing the same product. They're wearing the same. We have the same calendar, the same sheet. Basically, I send out all these color sheets and tell them week 1 to 6 you wear this, week 7 to 10 you wear that. So it mirrors the professional level, but we have and we can't sponsor every kid. We'd love to. We'd love to have it, but we have we have other creating a program where we have different guidelines as well for the kids.
And so, how can parents find out about that if they think their child might be eligible for sponsorship? How would they go about applying, or who would they talk to?
Yeah, they can contact myself.
Sure.
My best way to reach me is through my email address. It's Ryan.Broccolo, RYAN.Broccolo, BROCCOLO at asics.com, and happy to answer any questions and everyone who writes a letter, calls, emails, any coach, any player, any new player. I'm always excited to hear from them, and like I said, we can't sponsor everyone, but I'm always excited that the kids are interested and excited about Asics, and I always do my best to get back to every person and at least have a relationship and keep in touch and follow them, and hopefully see them in Asics.
That's fantastic. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for all you do for junior tennis. Steve, thank you for being out here supporting these junior players. I mean, I know it means a lot to them to see you out here, and for me, it's always a good treat. So
thank you very much, Lisa.
Yeah, thanks for having us.
Yeah, enjoy it. All right, an update on the match. We are at 5-all in this first set. Caleb is serving down 15-30, and it's tight here in this first set. I think there are a lot of people here that are a bit surprised at the scoreline at this point, but both boys fighting really hard to stay in the match. And I've got another guest walking up. Kent Kinnear from USTA, thank you so much for joining us today.
No problem. Glad to be here.
I got to be at the coach's reception last night and hear you speak. You did a great job. Do you want to share with our listeners the Team USA concept? There was a big hire announcement this week with Martin Blackman coming in as the general manager of player development at USTA. Maybe share with us some things that we can look forward to.
Well, I think, first of all, the reception last night, we were just thrilled that we were able to have that reception. There was a great turnout. I don't know how many ended up being there, but there's a lot of great coaches that were able to attend, even though the busy tournament's going on. But we shared a little bit about the Team USA initiative that's been in place for about a year and a half now, where we're really just trying to figure out how can we collaborate and team up more with the developmental coaches out in the sections, and how can we be basically Team USA as we try to raise up this next generation of players. So, there's been we've done a lot of meetings in different sections over the last year, and we're going to continue to do that this year, and just trying to get more ideas and then listen to the coaches and again, what are we as player development doing well, what do we need to do better, and how can we team better. So I think there's a lot of great momentum moving forward, and it's really about relationships and the collaboration and communicating, and I think a lot more of that's happening now, and we're really excited about that. So,
what do you see happening on the parent education front?
We continue to, all the camps that we do, all the EDC camps, which are the one-day orange ball camps that we're doing for the 8 and 9-year-olds, all the Team USA sectional camps, regional camps, national camps. We have parent sessions where we're trying to get out the latest information and try to, again, build relationships and communicate there as well. But we got to keep doing a better job of that as well. I think we're all in this together, and the key is the communication and listening and just trying to be as big a resource as we can. So it's a huge part of the process as well, and hopefully we're doing a better and better job of that. But yeah, keep the ideas coming and along with the coaches, and we'll it's all part of Team USA. So.
Great. That's great to hear. I want to just update the ones that don't have access to the live stream. Taylor Fritz is serving up 6-5, trying to close out this first set here in his first round match at the Asics Easter Bowl. So, Kent, with the new hire coming in, Martin Blackman, I had the opportunity to be on the conference call yesterday. It sounds like he's going to do a great job. I'm pretty excited, and I know you guys are too. Have you heard any short-term goals that he's hoping to accomplish in maybe his first 6 months in the job? I know it's tough because this is all brand new.
Sure.
But, have you heard anything so far that you could share with us?
Well, not so much. I also read I wasn't on the call, but I read the transcript, and one thing he mentioned was certainly trying to involve our great champions from our former champions that maybe haven't been as involved in the past, which I think is something that would be a huge resource for everybody to get them more involved. I know it's a big priority of Katrina's as well with the mentoring program. So I think as far as in the short term, I know that's certainly one thing that Martin will be reaching out to them more, which I think will be great. I think Martin's very supportive of the direction of Team USA, and he's that's going to continue to move forward. But I think also just from the transcript as well, he's going to spend time listening to all to their PD staff, to coaches, to parents, everybody. He's a great listener, a great man, and we are going to miss Patrick. But we're also very excited for Martin and the opportunities that he has now, and he'll be a great leader. So we're excited as well.
That's fantastic. I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping to have an opportunity to get his ear a little bit too, and share kind of the concerns from the parent side. And it would be wonderful to see USTA really step up the parent education side of things. I know there are a lot of us that have kind of missed that, and would be very grateful. So. It'll be interesting to see where things go, and I know Patrick's going to stay involved. How can he not? It's in the blood. But, it'll be fun to watch.
Yeah, no, it's exciting. I think overall the momentum. There's a lot of great momentum moving forward, and we're very excited about the future. So
great. Well, thanks so much for being
No problem.
with us
Thanks for
today.
having me.
I just want to update our listeners. Taylor Fritz has his first set point. He's up 40-30 serving for us at 6-5. And this is that first serve, but the kick serve on the second serve he draws the backhand error and closes out this first set. So Taylor Fritz takes the first set 7-5. Kent, thanks again.
Thank you, Lisa.
We're at the Asics Easter Bowl. The first set has just ended. It's been a long one, and these boys have been battling so hard. There were lots of breaks of serve, and the score was flip-flopping like crazy, but Taylor Fritz was able to get the break at 5-all and then serve out the set. So the number one seed is up a set, and Caleb Truck-Rivardi will be serving to start off our second set in just a few minutes. The boys are taking a break, and I'm really hoping we get our tournament director, Lorne Kuehl. Oh, and look, here he comes. I do want you to come sit. Okay. Lorne Kuehl, thank you so much for being on the show with us today, and thanks for putting on this phenomenal event.
Well, okay, Lisa. We're lucky to be here. This is the best tennis facility in the world, bar none. And
you won't get the argument from me.
It really, when the pros play here, it's equal to a Grand Slam. So for the juniors to come and play here, this is the BNP of the juniors.
Absolutely. How did you come to acquire the tournament or become in charge of the tournament, and how long have you been doing this?
This is my third year. Sina Hamilton founded the tournament many years ago, and as years went by, Sina was getting older, and like we all are, and
not me.
So there was an opportunity for her son and I to make an arrangement, and she stepped down, and so I was able to work it out with the USTA, and that's what happened. So this is my third year, and the one thing I am proud of is that because of Ray Moore and Steve Simon, the people here at the Garden, we were able to bring the tournament here.
That's
So
a huge boon to junior tennis.
Yeah, it's a big thing. I mean, it's inspirational. This would be like a little leaguer going to Yankee Stadium or Fenway Park or Wrigley Field and playing baseball. And so these kids are inspired. 2 weeks ago, this court right here, I was watching Nadal practice and Djokovic right on this exact court.
Right.
Same surface, same speed, everything, just the same. So these kids get all excited.
Well, I know that you have lots of plans for this tournament moving forward. Steve Pratt told us about the apps that you're trying to develop. What other things do you have in the works?
Well, this is the biggest jump right here. What I want to do now, I want to increase our audience that go to easterbowl.com and watch this live. That's my number one thing. And expose junior tennis, and hopefully you're going to see, one of our future stars right here. This is Taylor Fritz. And so the more prestigious the event gets, the better players are going to come out of it. And that's what we need. American tennis needs some good players. And then the USGA has had the Team USA coaches reception here now, and that's building its reputation. And people, we're on the map pretty big.
Yeah.
But I want to say one thing. Here's what I like about Taylor Fritz. He's not afraid to lose. He comes in from China 24 hours ago. Most people and most parents say, oh, my gosh, my son flew all the way from China. Oh, let's let him rest. Let's not play. They don't want their kid to lose.
Right.
This kid is not afraid of losing, and that's why he's going to make it. He'll go out there and he puts it on the line. I love his attitude. I mean, of course he has a good tennis game, but if you don't have the right attitude, you're not eager, and you don't want to go out and beat people, and you're not hungry, you're not going to make it. This kid didn't have to play here. And on top of that, he's been playing pro tournaments where there really isn't anywhere near the pressure that you feel when you play a peer your own age.
Well, especially as the top seed in the draw.
Well, yeah. Look, he just played this very good player here, and I'm sorry I can't quite pronounce the name. And how do you pronounce that, Lisa?
Chakrabarty.
Yeah, and it's 7-5 the first set. My gosh, Taylor Fritz beat the 109 player in the world 3 weeks ago here at the Garden, Dudi Sela from Israel, 6-3, 6-love. This is pressure, playing your own peer.
Absolutely.
And he's not afraid to put it on the line. So I take my hat off to Taylor Fritz for coming out here and playing. That's what I say.
Well, and we heard from several of the coaches during the reception last night about how important passion on the kids' part is in this game. If you want to have a successful player, the passion has to come from inside the player. And what you're saying is you see that in Taylor Fritz.
Right, he's not afraid to lose. He'll put it on the line. And too many people, and especially the parents, they want to build a fence around their kid, and, we want to protect them. We don't want them to lose. We're not going to let them practice with this one or that one. They might lose. Listen, the number one thing in tennis, the most satisfying thing is playing and winning. You know what the number two thing is?
What's that?
Playing and losing. So that's what it's all about.
That's true.
And if you want to make it, you got to have that kind of an attitude. So that's, again, why I like Taylor Fritz.
That's awesome. Well, I was told to ask you about your relationship with Bobby Riggs because I was told that you have some incredible stories to share.
That's another whole conversation, but
give us one.
Well, I'll give you a little story. Let's go through the years of tennis players. You've got Jack Kramer, you got Pancho Gonzalez, you got Rod Laver, you got Bjorn Borg, you got Jimmy Connors, you got McEnroe, you got Sampras, you got. Are they making any movies on those guys?
No.
Well, right now, they're coming out with 2 movies on Bobby Riggs playing Billie Jean King. One, Will Ferrell is going to play Bobby Riggs.
Oh, my gosh, that'll be amazing.
And we imagine it to be something like a movie called The Sting a long time ago.
That'll be fun.
And Tom Hanks now is stepping up and producing a movie on Bobby Riggs and Billie Jean King. And this is not to mention the 4 or 5 other movies that have already been made.
Right.
So, anyway, I get a kick out of it. Yes, I did have a long relationship with Bobby Riggs. I was the coach when he played Billie Jean King. I did work on the promotions at the Houston Astrodome and in San Diego when he played Margaret Court. And so I am probably the most knowledgeable person from the Bobby Riggs camp about the match and about all the history surrounding Bobby Riggs and Billie Jean King.
That's fantastic. And lady that's here working the tournament, updating your scoreboards out here, is Bobby's daughter-in-law.
That's right, Jeannie Riggs, and her husband Larry is Bobby's son, and he has been very involved in tennis over the years. He was a very successful coach at Pepperdine. His son now, Danny Riggs, just won the National Men's Amateur Grass back in Newport, Rhode Island. So
wow.
He is the present champion, men's amateur champion on grass.
I have a funny Larry Riggs story because this tennis thing is such a small world, right?
Right.
My son was playing in a tournament at University of Georgia 3 years ago. They were on rain delay. We were stuck inside in the indoor courts waiting for the weather to clear. And I'm sitting down on the couch, and this man's sitting next to me, and he starts talking to me, and eventually he introduces himself as Larry Riggs, son of Bobby Riggs, and my jaw dropped to the floor. He had, like you, incredible stories to tell, and sat and talked to me for about 2 hours while we waited for the rain to stop and so the kids could play again, and just regaled me with story after story after story. And then I come here and I meet his wife. So what a small world.
Yeah, well, we can tell a lot of Bobby Riggs stories, and that's for sure. And,
I'll have to get you back on the show when I can give you a whole hour to talk Bobby.
Well, Bobby Riggs knew Taylor Fritz's mother. Taylor Fritz's mother,
Kathy
her maiden
May.
name was Kathy May. She was about, I think, at 10 in the world at one time, reached the quarterfinals of 3 Grand Slams. And we all knew each other around Beverly Hills, and I think Bobby even played his mother a couple of money matches. I can't remember exactly, but anyway, his mother knows Bobby Riggs, or did know Bobby.
Interesting. Yeah, I had the pleasure of meeting Kathy during the BMP a couple weeks ago, and I've had the pleasure of interviewing Taylor's dad as well. So, again, this tennis world it's so small.
Well, now Taylor looks like, what do we got here? 2-1 for Taylor? No, it's still 1-0. 1-0. Excuse me. They were walking to the net.
On serve in the second set. Yeah, they're having a great battle out here. I honestly was expecting maybe a short match, and I underestimated Taylor's opponent today. He's battling hard.
Yeah, I believe, if I'm not mistaken, this boy is being coached by Taylor Dent.
Is that right?
Yes, I just found that out because I'm sitting up there in the stands with my daughter, and Taylor's there, and he's one of Taylor Dent's proteges, and Taylor Dent has got a very, very successful academy in Newport Beach.
Right.
And his number 1 player is Gerald Donaldson.
Yes.
Who I believe he's 18 now. I don't know, but he really is the top player in the world for his age. He's won numerous satellite tournaments, and he got a wild card straight in the U.S. Open last year, and he's a very good player. So Taylor's coaching him as well as this young man and several other really good players.
That's good. I didn't know that. Taylor's Academy is one of the sponsors of the Asics Easter Bowl this week as well, right?
Yes, and he's got players here in this tournament, and he's active.
Oh, yeah. So he's been around the grounds for sure. I've run into him several times. Well, that's an interesting insight. Oh, I think the sun is getting tricky on this side of the court for our server.
By the way, we have a fast serve cage that we set up for the kids. Taylor came by and hit a 133-mile-an-hour serve.
No way.
And no one's beaten that yet. And as you notice, very, very few junior tournaments, if any, maybe Kalamazoo, have a radar gun for the serve. So I think these kids are getting a kick out of that, watching the serve and see how fast they are. I don't know if we'll ever get to the point where we'll have Hawkeye, but
that's okay. This is the next best thing. We were laughing this morning during the boys 14 doubles final about how fun it would have been when we were 14 to get to play on a court and have our serve clocked.
I know. Well, you saw the people lining up out there hitting serves, including myself. Look at this. Oh, that's too bad. He missed that shot.
Yeah, this
kid's a very good player. This guy's a very good player.
Very good. They're having some incredible points.
How do you pronounce it? Chakravarti,
I think.
Chakravarti.
Unless we're butchering it, and if we are, I definitely apologize to Caleb. Morning, what's on tap for the rest of the week?
Well, this is our first round of the 18s. Look at these guys hit the ball. Okay, he missed it. The difference between these guys and the pros is really a matter of he missed the 4th ball there, and the pros are going to miss the 10th ball.
Right.
Or the 12th ball. And it'll come. But Taylor hits the ball so hard. He's so powerful. Hitting the ball so deep.
But Caleb seems to be handling the pace and the depth just fine so far. He really isn't getting out hit out there. It's just some errors are creeping in now and then. But it's
Look
been
at that,
very
sir.
impressive.
It's 110. Look at this.
And that sails
This
on.
kid is good.
Yeah.
This kid is very good.
He just saved a break point, and we're back at deuce.
This is high quality tennis. It really is.
Oh, for sure. Well, you would expect that at the Asics Easter Bowl.
Right. I mean, in the first round, here's the number 3 or 4 player in the world, Taylor, playing this kid, and he just squeaked out the first set 7-5. Shows you how good this young man is.
So as the week progresses, tomorrow I know you've got the 12s and 14s singles finals coming up.
Yes, we do, and I'm looking forward to that because I want to get a feel for what these young kids are like. I haven't really seen them in the last 6 months how they're playing, and I want to take a peek and see what they look like. I know there's some very promising young kids. I know there's the number 2 seed in the 14s, Brandon. I can't remember his last name. Brandon. It's not Nishikori, but it's Nakashima. I think the name is. He's being coached right now by Larry Stefanki.
Oh,
Larry
really?
Stefanki coached Roddick the last several years before his retirement, and has coached about 3 or 4 number 1s in the world.
I didn't realize Larry was back in the.
Yeah, he's out there right now. In fact, I want to go out and take a peek and see how that Brandon is doing. Today's the semifinals.
Great.
And he's out there. He must still be in the match because I haven't seen him walk off. And he's a very good player, this kid, this number 2 seed. So, and when you have Larry Stefanki coaching you, that's a pretty big deal.
For sure.
Look at these shots.
Serve.
Look at these shots. Look at the depth. Look at the movement.
Wow.
Look at that
Fritz
forehand.
Hit an amazing forehand up the line.
EasterBowl.com, Lisa. That's the secret now.
Yeah.
You go to EasterBowl.com and watch these matches live, and you're not going to.
We'll have them streaming all week. Yeah.
Yeah, they're streaming. We're going to do replays. You wake up at 3 in the morning, go to EasterBowl.com and see what happens.
I hope I don't wake up at 3 in the morning.
There's a guy up there in the yellow hat up there, right there. See him? His name is Marty Mulligan.
He's the Fila guy.
Yes, and let me tell you, he could have changed history with one shot. You know why?
Why?
Because, as you know, Rod Laver was the second to win the Grand Slams. Well, in the Grand Slam, in the French Open, Marty Mulligan had Rod Laver 2 match points. He wins one of those, and Laver doesn't win the Grand Slam.
I did not know that. You were a walking encyclopedia of tennis.
And he got to the finals of Wimbledon, the finals of the French. He won every major tournament in the world except a slam.
Wow.
He was a great player. That's gone. No, Taylor gets it back. Boom. Look at the movement. Look at the movement.
Kids are so fast. Taylor pushes that one long, but what a great point. These guys are back at deuce in this 1-all game. Every game has been like this in this match. They have just been fighting for every single point. It's just incredible.
Once again, I got to give this Taylor a lot of credit. The guy flies 6 million miles from China to come over here, gets out of a plane, drives to drives to Palm Desert, jumps out of his car. You know how the time change is.
Oh,
You're all goofed
brutal.
up. I don't know what the time change is, 17, 18 hours probably, something like that. And he's on the court here with the 24 hours of getting off the plane. And
he's being challenged.
Yeah.
He's up for it, though.
And you know what? He'll only get better as the week goes on.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
If he can get this match under his belt, that'll be a nice thing.
Caleb's doing everything he can to get the upset today. It would certainly be a big feather in his cap to get the win.
Let's take a look at his serve. He's got a good serve. And boom. 109, 109. Now let's see the second serve. Is it going to be deep? Has he got a good second serve? Let's take a look. Yes, he does.
Oh, my goodness.
Taylor Fritz knocks it off. Was that a double fault?
It was good. It was good. Wow.
That second serve was almost like the first serve.
Taylor jumped all over that return. Back at deuce. These boys are having some long games. Neither of them's ready to concede, ever.
113. Have you seen anything over 120 yet?
Taylor hit one.
Did he?
122, I believe. 128.
128.
Yep.
Easterbowl.com. Spread it around.
Nice body serve there.
Whoops.
Oh, and draws the error from Caleb. Taylor's got another break point here to go up 2-1 in the second set. Taylor Fritz won the first set 7-5. I'm telling you, this is some high-quality tennis. If you are at your computer and can go to Easterbowl.com and watch the live stream, you are in for a real treat. Lorne, when you're watching the younger kids, the 12s and the 14s, what are you looking for out there with those kids?
I look for court sense, and I see if they got court sense, or they got instincts, and I look obviously at their games, and see how they hit the ball. I like the ones that understand how to construct a point and use their head, and not just slam every single ball.
Yeah.
Because that doesn't. Great shots don't win tennis matches. And these kids, they see the pros knocking off shots, and they think they're going to go out and do that. And one day they're all going to go in, but that's not how you win. That doesn't happen. You got to be able to work for the point.
Right.
And so I look for that. I look for that sixth sense that people have. Certain players have it, where they can just know where the ball's going and be there. And then if you combine that with a good stroke production, it looks like you got a chance of going quite a ways.
What's the difference between developing into a top junior player versus developing into a top professional player?
Well, all I can tell you is if you see one of these great points that these juniors play, that's like an average point for a pro.
Right.
So it takes an unbelievable amount of intensity and work on every single point. And when you see somebody willing to do that, and somebody's got that attitude, then I think they got a chance. You know, you're trying to develop a player, they've got to be willing to work and stay out there all day long if they have to.
Right.
And
seeing...
you got to put in the practice too. You got to put in the time. There's a big serve. What's that? 118. Ace. He serves an ace.
Fritz got the break.
See that girl in the white hat up there? That's my daughter.
I'm waving to her. She's waving at us. She's beautiful.
She and I won the National Father-Daughter.
You did?
She played the Easter Bowl when she was in the juniors, and now she's got a song on the country charts, number 15.
No way.
Which is equal to being seated 15 at the BNP.
What's the name of the song?
The name of the song is "She Don't Love You, She's Just Lonely," sung by Eric Pasley, and Jennifer is a songwriter. So she's got a hit right now.
That's
fantastic. And it's
fantastic.
moving up the charts pretty fast.
Congratulations, Dad.
She Don't Love You, She's Just Lonely. Go to iTunes.
Yeah,
Eric
definitely
Pasley.
go look it up. That's fantastic. Fritz is serving big right now. He just held it low.
So, Lisa, thank you very much for all your help here at the Easter Bowl, and let's do some more talking. And
for sure.
I think Taylor Fritz is starting to take hold of this match.
Yeah, I think so, too. Thanks for being with us. I know you're busy.
Okay.
I'll let you get back to work.
Okay, thanks, Lisa.
Great having Lorne Kuehl here with us. Taylor Fritz just served 4 aces in a row to hold and go up 3-1 in the second set. He's definitely found his groove now. Little error there. Chakravarty serving. He's up 15 love, but down a break 1-3 in the second set. Taylor Fritz took the first set 7-5, and we've had just some amazing, amazing tennis here. We're well into the second set here at the Asics Easter Bowl. This is Lisa Stone with Parenting Aces. I'm going to sign off the radio show now, but those of you watching EasterBowl.com can continue to listen to the play-by-play and the live stream. Hope you've enjoyed tuning in today, and we're very, very grateful to our main sponsor, Asics. Thank you to Ryan Piccolo for coming on the air and chatting with us a little bit today, and to all of our other guests. For those of you tuning in to the Parenting Aces radio show, I'll see you next week on Parenting Aces.